top story at this hour is coming in from Kerala, where the Governor Arif Mohammed Khan has signed into law an ordinance passed by the ruling LDF to amend the Southern States Police Act to punish those found guilty of spreading content by any means of communication. This includes social media that is said to be derogatory or defamatory. Now, under the amended sections of the law, the accused can face up to 3 years in jail, a fine of 10,000 rupees or both. And of course, there have been reactions coming in. The opposition has expressed concern over an amendment that they say gives the police an unnecessarily great deal more power, and how it potentially curtails the freedom of the press, as well as allowing the state to target critics. We've seen the Congress leader P. Chidambaram tweeting about this morning, saying he was shocked by this new law. He's not alone. Shashi Tharoor has also tweeted saying that this law can and will be challenged in courts because any political attack on social media against a party, class of persons could attract its provisions, and it must be revised to narrow its applications to flagrant cases of abuses and threats only. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister has put out a statement that the amendment will not be used against free speech, against impartial journalism, or they've received complaints against misuse of social media. The amendment has been introduced in that context, in the context of cyber attacks, but it will not hamper the freedom of speech. Let's go across to Sneha Merikoshi for more. Sneha, clearly already this is the controversy of the day. Very hard to say, because who describes, who defines what will be defamatory, what will be derogatory? Where does the government stand on this? What is the reasoning given for which the government says they have pushed this through, and what are the concerns that the opposition has? Could you try and balance them both out for our viewers?
Well, definitely, Sarah, this is one of the scenarios in Kerala which has definitely catapulted into a political controversy, one being where the government has said that they have been getting repeated complaints from people in eminence, whether it be in the social or cultural sphere, where they have complained of cyber attacks, of being bullied on social media, involving women and children. And the police did not have sufficient room to work around to ensure that the guilty would be punished. And therefore, something like this is what they have come out with in terms of an amendment with the existing Kerala Police Act. 118 Section A of is what the government has said. The Chief Minister also saying, repeating, responding to concerns and criticism, saying this is not something that will be used against independent media or against criticism which will be within the constitutional and legal limits. So the opposition in the state, Sarah, has first, when this was raised by the Chief Minister, saying this was being sent to the Governor in October, and even now after it has been by the Governor, the opposition has been raising a lot of concerns, has been criticizing the left government on giving too much of teeth to the Kerala police. Now, experts point out that under this, there's also provisions for suo motu cases being taken up by the police. So how is the boundary line drawn? Is what the opposition is saying. Opposition raising concerns that this could also be used against political opponents to silence criticism is what the opposition is alleging. Something that the Chief Minister in his press statement today has categorically denied, saying something within the constitutional limits is permissible and will not be countered by the amendment in the Kerala Police Act. So this really becoming a fine political line also between the government and the opposition in the state. Of course, a lot of divergent views from various people as well.
Sneha Merikoshi reporting on the top story of the day. Thanks for that.